So ladies and gentlemen, today I thought I'd bring you all a video that I haven't seen a lot of people touch on. What we're going to be doing today is showing you all of the wonder weapons at higher rounds in the Infinite Warfare Zombies map, Zombies in Spaceland. So in Zombies in Spaceland, we have a total of 5 wonder weapons that you can either go and buy or craft to actually use around the map. But in this video, I'm going to be giving you what is going to have to be my personal opinion about all of the 5 weapons. I'm going to be showing you how effective they are at high rounds, and what I mean by high rounds in Infinite Warfare Zombies is about round 30 plus, because I didn't want to spend all my time getting to 50 and then ending game. It's just not going to end well, and not a lot of people get to round 50 in Zombies in Spaceland, so I thought we would just get to round 30 and prove if these weapons are good or if they are not, and test how effective these wonder weapons are at the higher rounds. So the way I'm going to be doing this is I'm going to be judging the weapons by what it can actually do. We're going to be starting from the worst wonder weapons and making our way up slowly to the best wonder weapons. Hopefully this helps you, because what I'm aiming to do is to show you what wonder weapons you may want to use when you are either going for a high round attempt or just want to use some cool wonder weapons. This video is hopefully going to be guiding you through that, showing you which are going to be the worst or the best. So without further ado guys, let's get into it. Alright, so starting off at what is going to have to be one of the worst wonder weapons on this map, this is going to have to be the Forge Freeze. Now this is what is going to be quote unquote the main wonder weapon of the map. When you get into an Infinite Warfare Zombies game, this is the gun we all grab on our first attempt. And what effect this wonder weapon has is pretty much it allows you to freeze zombies. If you merge the jet gun and the Winter's Howl from Treyarch Zombie Games and you put them together, pretty much you get the Forge Freeze. Now this weapon isn't too effective at higher rounds, as pretty much it's not a weapon for the higher rounds. Now the upgraded version of this weapon is called the Frostbite. It doesn't really change anything. All it really does is it allows you to have a little bit more ammo, which is alright, but the thing with this wonder weapon is all you need to do is shoot the zombies, switch your weapon, and use whatever other weapon you have, either it be an assault rifle or a submachine gun, to kill the zombies, because the Forge Freeze will not be killing the zombies as quick and as easy as possible at the higher rounds. That's why it's one of the worst wonder weapons on this list. But you know what's a good thing about having wonder weapons in Zombies in Spaceland? It's the fact that this isn't the only one. The Forge Freeze, it's not the only wonder weapon you can go and get on this map. We have a series of 4 other buildable wonder weapons that you can go and craft to use to your advantage. So the next wonder weapon that's going to be on this list is going to have to be the Efface Melter. Now at higher rounds, the Efface Melter isn't too great. So the effects with this weapon in general is when you shoot a zombie, the aim of the game is for the zombie to shoot up into the air and it to explode. But the cons with this wonder weapon is the fact that when you do shoot one bullet into a crowd, it will only affect one zombie. You get the slight chance of it maybe affecting 2, or sometimes the wonder weapon may glitch out and it may affect the whole horde, but usually it's aimed to affect one zombie, which at higher rounds such as 30, 40, or 50, this is not going to be effective in any way, shape, or form, because you really do want to get through the rounds as quick as possible, and by having a wonder weapon that really doesn't do a lot of damage or affect a lot of zombies at higher rounds isn't going to be too great. This pistol is mainly for the lower rounds and maybe for the Easter egg if you do want to go and get it. Now it's not a bad wonder weapon, don't get me wrong, but it's just not one of the best, and it's really just not that effective. But now what we're going to be doing is moving into some slightly better wonder weapons that are actually quite effective. So the next wonder weapon that is not too bad but not too great at higher rounds is going to have to be the Headcutter. So this wonder weapon isn't bad, but it's not the best possible one you can use on the map. So what does the Headcutter do? Pretty much, you shoot a bullet into a horde, it's going to affect one zombie, its head is going to explode, which seems really cool, but the effect that this Headcutter wonder weapon has is sometimes when the head explodes, it may explode into the crowd or the horde of zombies, and it's going to affect the rest of the horde. So this is quite effective at the higher rounds, but one of the main reasons why I quite enjoy the Headcutter on Zombies in Spaceland is because of the sole fact that it's actually really effective for the Brute, which is the boss zombie on this map. He spawns in every so-and-so rounds, and sometimes you may be running out of ammo with your weapons. It really doesn't matter, but the Headcutter, this bad boy, if you shoot the Brute in the head about 2 to maybe 3 times, it's easily going to take off its helmet, and when it's vulnerable, you know it's game over. All you gotta do is just shoot it in the head and the Brute is going to die. I mean, it has it in the name, Headcutter. It's supposed to kill the Brute. But other than that, that's the only reason why I would use the Headcutter at higher rounds, is just because of the fact that it's really effective on the Brute. So if you're playing a 4-player game, if you're just going for a solo high round, and you may have Mule Kick or Mule Munchies in this game, all you gotta do, bring the Headcutter, and you're not going to die from those Brutes, because I know they can get pretty annoying, but if you have the Headcutter, you're gonna have no worries. So moving in to the next wonder weapon that is actually not too bad, it's actually alright. This is going to have to be the Discord. So there's a few reasons why I put this higher on the list. The first is because, I mean, just look at the gun. It looks really cool. It really does remind me of the ray gun from previous zombie games, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Is this wonder weapon effective at higher rounds, and what does it actually do? So with the effects of this wonder weapon, what it's going to allow you to do is, if you shoot one bullet into a horde of zombies, it's going to firstly affect 1 to 2 zombies, and they're going to break dance. They're going to get jiggy with it. They're pretty much going to spin it around in a circle for a few seconds and eventually explode. And the effect that this wonder weapon has that a few actually don't is when they do explode, we get a little bit of a chain reaction. So that means 1 zombie explode, 2 zombies explode. It doesn't really matter how many zombies explode. The next 2 to 3 to maybe even 4 zombies will explode even more, and it's going to have a little bit of a chain reaction. Now, the only thing I would say that's a little bit of a downside with this wonder weapon is the reaction time. I mean, you're shooting a zombie, it may take a little bit of time for it to swing into motion, but a little bit of a tip I could give you whilst using this wonder weapon at high rounds is stay away from the zombies. Maybe use stamina up for you to run that little bit faster so you can stay away from the zombies, shoot them from afar, and you're eventually going to use this wonder weapon to your advantage. So all these wonder weapons on this map are pretty good. They kind of have different advantages for different weapons, but one wonder weapon that I think is probably the best in Zombies in Spaceland, in my opinion mind you, is going to have to be the Shredder. Now, the effect that this gun, the Shredder, actually has in Zombies in Spaceland is when you do shoot a bullet into a horde of zombies, what it allows it to do is it turns the zombie that you've shot into these little dissolved particles. And the thing that is just amazing with the Shredder at higher rounds is it's very effective with hordes, because the thing is, you're going to be training a lot of zombies. You will be using traps and maybe a few perks to help you out along the way, but using the Shredder is actually really handy because of a few reasons. The first reason is this weapon also does have a chain reaction, but the good thing about the Shredder is you don't have to shoot multiple times into a horde of zombies. You may want to do it just for a little bit of a safe precaution, but I'm not even joking. This wonder weapon probably preserves the most amount of ammo, and at higher rounds, that's the main thing you really want, because we may have boss zombies spawning in, we may have clowns spawning in, it doesn't matter what is spawning in. The Shredder sometimes will get you out of sticky situations, but in the end, what it's going to do is dissolve hordes, and it's going to actually allow you to preserve a little bit of ammo. So this weapon is also really good with the Brute, but it's mainly used to actually dissolve all the zombies. It's really cool, and it does probably affect the most out of all of the previous wonder weapons I've mentioned on this list. I'm not even joking. Go into your Infinite Warfare Zombies in Spaceland game, use the Shredder, and you're eventually going to get to the higher rounds. Now, I would like to give a little bit of a disclaimer that the wonder weapons that you can use on this map don't have a lot of ammo. So what I suggest you do is preserve the ammo as much as possible, but if you can't, go into the arcade and buy ammo with tickets, because you will be running out of a lot of ammo if you are a beginner. But if if you know how to preserve ammo, you're going to have no worries. But anyway guys, that's going to be all of the wonder weapons at high rounds. I showed you the effects and pretty much what they can do in general, and if they're good, if they're bad, if they're shitty, in the end they're a wonder weapon and they do pack a little bit of a punch at higher rounds. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to smash a like on it. Shows you guys really supported the video. If you're new around here and want to stay up to date with all my zombies content, be sure to subscribe to never miss out on a brand new video of mine, and comment down in the comment section below your favorite wonder weapon to use in Zombies in Spaceland. I'm very curious. Tell me down in the comment section below. But that's going to be today's video, guys. I'm going to be seeing you in the next one. Peace out and goodbye.